What is up, family? So I got the mugs in. I gotta fix them because they are screwed up. The front side looks decent. I don't particularly like how it's two colors, so it's gray over white, which I wish they would just. Well, I don't know. I guess the way they do it, they lay it on instead of doing the whole cup. And then this is my fault, I'm sure. Into is one word, and the line is almost touching into. To me, it just like it shows my redneck. I don't care. To you, it might matter. So wait, don't buy any yet. I'll fix them. One of those goes to T Black, one goes to my wife if she wants it, and we are going to give away the other two. But just know when you get them, you're going to have to let your redneck shine because into is one word, not two as it is supposed to be. I'm not an English major, guys. Never claimed to be. Conversation was brought up yesterday. Look how many people bought firearms. We're going to fix it. We're going to fix this because of those damn leftists. Look how many people bought firearms just in January. 2 million people supposedly bought firearms in January. My position is this. If I have these tools over here in this toolbox, or even the fire extinguisher there, having a fire extinguisher doesn't make me a damn fireman. No. Now, I might be able to use that to put a fire out, but I know how to use that. I can grab that, close my eyes, and I know how to use it. And that goes for any tool. A firearm is a tool. Having a tool doesn't make you proficient at using the tool. Just because 2 million people bought firearms, number one, they want a firearm. Most of those people don't want you to have a firearm because they will have that conversation about, well, the mentally ill and the felons. And I harp on that shit because what nobody seems to realize is that now everybody is becoming mentally ill. Or everybody is becoming a terrorist, or everybody is becoming a felon, or just the list goes on. And that's how it starts. If it starts with that guy way over there, that one dude, you're leaving that door open because eventually somebody's going to justify in their mind why you don't need a firearm. Me personally, excuse my French, fuck everybody. Everyone has the right to keep and bear arms, without exception. There's no exception to that. I don't care if Johnny, who was a mass murderer down the street, who did 30 years in prison, is now out. He has the right to keep and bear arms. If you have a problem with him having firearms, you have a sentencing issue. Your problem is with the sentencing, that you think he should still be in jail because he's too dangerous to be in public. Not a firearm issue because you have the right, keyword, rights, not privilege, to keep and bear arms. But this person wants to go on and say that there's going to enough people to stand up and change this country. Okay, where are they at? They're just waiting for a leader is what they said. Okay, I sort of agree with that. To a certain extent. Because you have people like me that I will step up. And this is going to go for anybody. There's nobody that's going to stand up right now in this country today and say, hey, let's all meet here at this place and this time and do this thing. Do you know why? Because government has made doing that what they call illegal. And what happens is these 3-letter agencies will come kick your fucking door in, murder your dog, probably your kids, and more than likely you, if you say some shit like that. So the government has made it illegal for us to enforce the Constitution is basically what I am saying, and I've said all along. This is going to be, if things are going to change, it's going to change on the small scale. It's going to be, and Breathing Sunshine has talked about this, guerrilla warfare. So it's going to be small units or groups of men, women, even children in some cases, fighting in multiple places to fix the country. And everybody wants to know how we do it. I've been thinking about this for days. I was talking to Redbone Smith about this yesterday. How do we do it? The one and only way that I can actually see it happening and changing the country, the whole country, number one, it's never going to happen in our lifetime. So give up that thought. Quit stressing out about it. If we can find a sheriff somewhere in the country that is willing to operate in a constitutional manner, meaning number one, he is appointed, not elected. Number two, the only people in the county who can vote are those who are landowners. Number three, he has no deputies. The people are his deputies. And we just keep going on constitutionally how it's supposed to be. If everybody moves into that county, we would have a chance of potentially growing outwardly. Maybe it's the next county over that does the same thing when they see it works. Maybe it's the county over from that. Maybe it becomes the state. Maybe it's those two states. The problem is with that is that you have these assholes called government who have people's brain in some kind of fucking twisty knot thing. I don't know, where they do whatever they're told. And usually these guys have some kind of uniform on to let you know who they are. Sometimes they got camo on. Sometimes they got blue on. Sometimes they have white on. My position to this person was also the vast majority of those people you were talking about. Who are they going to fight? Who's the enemy? Is Nancy Pelosi your enemy? No. Nancy Pelosi does what she does because she has protection. It's called the policing forces. And of course, this conversation went on and on and on. And actually, somebody else had the same conversation about the policing forces on my channel. I've done told you once the 10th Amendment allows for government to create forces that have authority over you. Like, dude, like they can't grasp on. If you're not saying what they've been told over and over again their entire lives, they can't grasp onto it. No, the 10th Amendment doesn't allow for policing forces because in order to have policing forces mean that government, through their policing forces, has authority over you. Get that one out of the way. So no, the 10th Amendment doesn't allow that. And it doesn't allow the states to do that. The state doesn't have the right to make me a slave. And if they have authority over me, I am then not free. Anyway, moral of the story. Just because a lot of people bought guns, don't get your hopes up. That's not a indicator on whether or not this country's turning one way or the other. Whether or not people are going to stand for what they believe in or not. I can stand here all day and say I'm a hero because I know, me personally, I know because of things that I've done in my life, that if there was a burning building and there was a baby in that building and nobody would run in, I would run in. I know that. Yet I still don't call myself a hero. Do you know why? Because I haven't done that yet. If I do that, my actions will then dictate what I am, and you will judge that. You can't call yourself a patriot, not in today's world. You may be in 1775, you could. Not today. The term has been so watered down, it is meaningless. The very people that are against freedom call themselves patriots. And they support exactly what they claim to be against. Unknowingly or knowingly, it doesn't matter. Not knowing the law is not a defense for breaking the law, right? Right? What else? U.S. codes. U.S. codes came to be, they were first published in 1926, which was after the Act of 1871. U.S. codes do not affect you. Why? Same reason that the Congress creating national sweeping laws doesn't affect you. Because of Article 1, Section 8, Clause 17. The federal government doesn't have jurisdiction in the states. Not to mention, it happened after the Act of 1871, and that's a whole other rabbit hole that we're not going to make a video about right now, but it's all a lie. Walk outside your house and look around, and everywhere you look, you're going to see a lie. You are a peasant, you're tax cattle who has been pacified through your own debt. Have a good day, guys. Let that sink in.